Now, in this video, we'll learn how to draw ray diagrams by using the plane mirrors. Here we have two cases, case 1 and case 2. Case 1, suppose if you place a point object in front of a mirror, how does you get the image and how to draw the ray diagram. And in case 2, if you place an object having some height, suppose if you take this pen, it has some height, like each object it has some height. If you place an object with some height in front of the mirror, then how does you get the image of object and how to draw the ray diagram. So that's we will discuss in this video. So here the formation of image by a plane mirror. Now first case is image of a point object. First you have to draw a plane mirror. So first you have to select which is the reflecting surface, this side or this side. So first I will select this surface as a reflecting surface. Now if you place a point object means without height. See, the point size means like point only. So if you place a point size object in front of your plane mirror, from that object to draw the ray diagrams compulsory at least you must take two rays. So we will take the two rays of lights or two rays of light or incident on the mirror from this object. So here object means we will represent with O, or I will write here as object O. Okay. Now when the incident rays falls on the mirror and the other surface, it acts as a reflecting surface, immediately reflection takes place. And if you draw a normals with the same angle, the rays reflects. And for this ray also with the same angle, reflection takes place. See, these reflecting surface, when you extend, these rays will not meet. Then just you find out the origin of these rays. So from where does these reflected rays are coming, just you observe, then it seems to be coming from the mirror. These reflecting rays are coming from the mirror. So just you extend these rays. When you extend, these reflected rays will meet at, these two reflected rays will meet at one point. Where does these reflected rays meet? At that point, inside the mirror, you will get an image. You will find an image. So this is the image of a point object. Object always represent with O. Image is always represented with the I. Is it clear? Next. Case 2. What is the case here? Image of a point object. Now we have to draw a ray diagram for image of object having height. Image of an object having height. So again you have to draw a plane mirror, and for the plane mirror represent with the reflecting surface. I said you can represent that side, any side. Now suppose if you place an object having certain height, suppose if you place this pen in front of the mirror, then how does you get the image of this pen in the mirror? For this, we have to learn the ray diagram. So from the top end of this object, two rays are falling. The two rays are falling on the mirror, and from the bottom of this, so here I will represent with 1 and 2 without any confusion. So these are the incident rays. When these rays are incident on the mirror, and immediately reflection takes place. So for this you have to draw a normal. When you draw normal, these rays will reflect like this. And for this also, if you draw a normal, the rays reflect like this. Okay. These are the reflecting rays. Now from the bottom of this object, always to get image, and for the ray diagrams, from the top end and the bottom end, we have to take two ray diagrams. Here the first two finished. Now coming from the bottom of the object, again you take the two rays which are falling on the mirror. So this is 3 and this is the 4. So arrow marks represent whether they are the incident rays or the reflected rays. If the arrow marks are towards the mirror, means they are the incident rays. If the arrow marks are away from the mirror, or reflected rays. So don't confuse that. Now when the ray, if you take this ray 3 and if you draw a normal, from this reflection takes place, and here from 4 this reflection takes place, and these are the reflecting ray 1, and for this reflecting ray 2, and this is the reflecting 3, and this is the reflecting ray 4. From the top end, reflecting ray 1 and 2, if you see, these rays are diverging. They are deviating like this. The rays are deviating. And if you take ray 3 and 4 also, these rays also deviating. These rays also deviating. So deviating rays will not meet. If the rays meet, then we can get the image. Such type of image we will call it as a real image. If the rays are diverging, we can't get image. But if you find the origin of these diverging rays for the ray 1 and ray 2 up, and for the ray 3 and ray 4, if you find for the reflected rays where they are coming from, which point they are coming. So if you find the origin, see, if you see R1, this is the reflected ray. So just extend back side. And what is the reflected ray 2? This also just you extend back side. When you extend back side, this seems to coming from one point. These two rays are seems to be coming from the mirror at one point. So that point will take it as, suppose this is object O and O dash. Here object will take the letters of O and O dash. Then we should get this also. Then you take the ray 3 also, just you extend it, and ray 4 also just you extend it. So these two rays will meet at one point. Actually they will not meet. From the surface of the mirror, these reflected rays are deviating only. But if you find the origin of these reflecting rays, these rays are seems to be coming at one point. So if you find the origin of reflected rays 1 and 2, top one and from the bottom one, you can get the points, and if you join these two, you will get the image of an object. And what about the rays in between O and O dash? These are also reflecting on the mirror. When incident rays falls on the mirror, reflection takes place, and these reflected rays will appear here, and we get the full image of an object having certain height. So this we have to represent with I. Image means I and I dash. So these two ray diagrams are important, and practice well.